Today I decided to relax. I didn't really get into my phone, the computer, or even really check crypto. I think I started looking at what was going on in the market about 3 hours ago, and I decided, okay, let me do a video and kind of like voice my opinion on what I see. And I want to specifically talk about the psychology of the market and why we are seeing this beautiful dip right now. They even got the little holiday hats, right? They tell you this is a Christmas gift. Truly, if you believe that these catalysts could specifically send crypto to a parabolic stage. And I want to talk about in this video why I think that we still have a little bit of gas left in the tank. My name is Crypto Millie. Every day I talk about crypto, guys. Make sure that you interact with the video. I seen a lot of panic, right? I seen a lot of panic on crypto Twitter. I got a few text messages from the normies of retail. And we're going to be getting into all of that. So I'm going to need you guys to comment. How do you feel about this current correction? Are you worried? If you're worried, let me know in the chat box. I would love to know everybody's opinion. Now, fart coin here defying the laws of gravity. H bar 2.2% move, but outside of that, everything's been struggling. We are seeing Bitcoin now below 100K, and in my opinion, 100K is sort of like a psychological number. I just from my perspective, I would like to see Bitcoin hold 100K if we're truly going to have like this parabolic stage that a lot of people believe will happen in Q1 and Q2. But this is healthy for the market because there's so many people psychologically that do not want to buy a Bitcoin at 100K. It's kind of like when you look at something that's $19.99 and then you look at something that's 21 bucks, right? It's just something about the psychological number of it being 19.99 and not 20 bucks. And that's the same thing with Bitcoin here being under 100K. It's not much under 100K, but it's under 100K, right? Now, how I look at it, we talked about this in the last video. These are some of the catalysts, right? And I want to add one more catalyst here, would be self-custody. One of my guys, right, who asked me, again, normies were calling today and asking about crypto, asked me about this. He was like, what do you think about banks buying crypto, right? Is that also could be a possible catalyst? And we've talked about this in the past, chat. We've talked about, banks holding crypto reserves 1-in-1, right? Providing that opportunity to back their customers, right, through self-custody of crypto. So that's neither here nor there. We'll get into that in another video, but that's specifically a catalyst. The point of I'm saying is that it was just amazing to see the sentiment change that quick in crypto, right? Like people are calling me up, Millie D, are you seeing everything dropping? One of my guys hit me up, probably like, I woke up, checked my phone. The message was, Millie D, are you seeing everything dropping? New person in crypto, right? We talked about the heat map here on CoinGlass, right? And we're going to get into some charts as well. This is the weekly. And this is a very, very nice market right now. So I'm not going to predict where Bitcoin could go from here as far as a weekly standpoint. Based on the heat map, it's a good chance that we do revisit above 100K, right? There's a little bit more liquidity up here, but this is a great spot, right? It seems like a lot of leverage on the weekly has started to be pretty much washed out here. If we go to the 24-hour, the daily, you can see that there's a lot of liquidity right here at about 95,000, right? So this chart has not lied to us since we've been pulling it up, right? It's a good chance. Good chance. It's not going to say 199.9% chance, okay? But it's a good chance that this magnet here at 95K brings down the Bitcoin price, right? And traps a lot of those shorts, right? Which would be perfect setup for what? A bear trap. A bear trap, right? And this is why I truly believe so. You'll hear this in crypto if you're new, that the trend is your friend until the end. I also would pay attention to the crypto RSI heat map here And if you are DCAing, this is a great heat map to use. You can actually apply this heat map to how the stock RSI works when you look at a cryptocurrency on TradingView. So if your cryptocurrency is not listed here, let's go to TradingView, pull up the stock RSI, and it'll give you overbought and oversold levels. But you can see on the 4-hour, it's a good thing that we're destined for a bounce, right? Maybe not the bounce that sends us into altcoin season, because when I go to the weekly crypto market RSI heat map here, we're still a little bit hot with some of the top cryptocurrencies. So sometimes, guys, you got to have patience. If you're new and you've been on the sidelines, this could be a great opportunity to start your DCA process, right? You don't put everything into one clip. You gradually DCA. And again, not advice, but if I was starting today, right, just a recommendation, I would look at this, map here. I would go to the 24-hour, right, and say, okay, let me start my initial DCA. Let me find some good projects that's oversold here that a lot of people talk about. The fundamentals haven't changed. There's utility, there's use case, there's a meme, what culture behind it, right? Do a little bit of research and just start picking some things that you believe have potential and conviction, right? And just utilize these maps to gradually DCA. Remember, we're not buying anything that's in the hot area. We're looking for things that's in the oversold area. And when you're new in crypto, this is how you compound your gains. This is how you make the most money in this environment, right? So with that being said, again, we can go here and see that there's a little bit of liquidity trapped here at the 95K level. That could be the last move down for BTC to trap shorts, and we squeeze to the upside because, again, the sentiment, I'm not going to say the sentiment changed a little bit. It's the psychology behind it we're going to talk about, but the market fundamentals have not changed. We still don't know what the next 4 years will look like. And I don't want to say that the bull run is going to last 4 years, but we don't know how a pro crypto house will affect crypto for the next 4 years. But let's just focus on short term, right? We do have Trump coming into the house, and we don't know what he might say that could cause the market to either go up or down, as we've seen from Jay Powell, right? Jay Powell came and said what he said, and the market reacted, right? Because at the end of the day, the market, they don't want to hear that, okay, now we're getting only 2 federal rate cuts, right? Now it's an 89% chance that in January we get a pause. We ain't paused in a while. So that's like that right there messed the market all the way up, because it's like, oh, we back to pauses. Like, come on, man. I thought we was done with this, right? And that goes back to what I said in the last video. That time capitulation. People are just tired of waiting for altcoin season. They don't want to wait anymore. People want it to happen now. They've been holding. They've been, you know what I'm saying? The people ready. But that's just not how it happens, right? It's just not how it happens. So normies start to get worried, which brings the price down when people, and I don't want to say bring the price down because this is the thing, right? Christmas is in 5-6 days, right? The Jay Powell bailout. This was a Jay Powell bailout, right? There are people in crypto, whether you bought in crypto 2 years ago or you just hopped in crypto and you made a few dollars, couple of dollars, right? But there are people right now that's massively up in crypto, in profits, and they were looking for an opportunity to sell because they see the euphoria in crypto, but it's like, damn, I'm up. They just like, give me a reason to sell. And that's what this FOMC meeting did. It gave people a reason to take those profits, walk away with what they had on the table, and go enjoy their holidays. They just needed somebody to help confirm that thesis. The people that makes the generational gains are not worrying about, and don't get me wrong, I love the holidays, but the people that got the balls of steel right now, that's able to tell, hey, don't worry about this holiday. We're going to have the best holidays in the next 2 to 5 years. Just let's get this cycle right. Let's compound as much liquidity as we can. We don't have to put it all into the market, but let's put something comfortably into the market where we don't never got to do this again. We can leave here with a win. I also want to make it clear for the people that do have these heavy expectations, a win is a win in crypto. Whether you 10x or 100x, a win is a win. So don't be so greedy that you lose out on opportunity because you believe in your head you're supposed to make this or become this crypto millionaire. Maybe you just make 50 grand, 100 grand. That's cool. Right. So let's have that brings me back to have realistic expectations, because the reason why days like this happen, right, when everybody starts selling off and freaking out, is because people don't have realistic expectations. Our big brains buying. So with that being said, I went and did research. I wanted to check if there were countries buying, if there were ETF inflows, and just as I went and did research, I found it, right? So El Salvador here ramped up its Bitcoin buying. We know Michael Saylor's been buying Bitcoin. The ETF inflows seen a spike. So BlackRock is buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. I have a few influencers and top KOLs that we track their wallets. If you want to be part of that, join the Patreon, the highest tier, and you get our wallet tracker updates. And we've been tracking a few KOLs and influencer wallets, and I wanted to see if they were actually buying crypto. And just like I seen and confirmed, they were buying the dip, right? We've seen a few KOLs and top influencers actually buy the dip, right? So the people that's what are we seeing here? Experienced people buying the dip, smart money buying the dip, countries buying the dip. So this confirmed my thesis that the only people that are selling are the normies that are worried, or the people that needed confirmation from somebody to take those profits psychologically. So Powell was the bailout for anybody that was on the fence with taking profits, right? And then I went and checked the social media sentiment, right? Whether it be crypto and YouTube, and seen a lot of YouTubers putting out bearish content. We've seen a lot of bearish content on X. So that also confirms that this is the best time to start looking at those DCA opportunities. If you're on the sidelines, maybe start picking your spots out. Again, I want to make it clear, if you're new, you don't have to unload a full clip. Start your research here in the days of red. But I'm telling you, just from experience, this is the best way to compound your gains. I made the most off Black Swan events, bear markets. This is where I was able to get the most of my bags. And when things get back in a positive sentiment, you start to see that in your portfolio, right? So holiday sell-off, Christmas sell-off, we're seeing that as well, right? Which goes, hand in hand with the Powell bailout. Because again, now it's psychology. It's like, okay, I'm up in profits. This is my chance to get out, right? Powell went out here and said this bearish. Oh my God, inflation coming back. I'm done. Whatever. I'm gonna leave with this, right? But I will say this: the people who, and again, if you go back in the history of crypto, the people that made the most money are the hodlers, the diamond hands, the people that ignored the noise and was able to hold through all of the adversity until we truly got in that position to where we were in the parabolic stage. Not to add, this is a great a thought here right now. I can't pronounce this, right? Public schools, but it's a law. It's an optimistic reversal of Murphy's law, stating that anything that can go right will go right. Everybody always talks about Murphy's law of like everything that will go wrong will go wrong. Well, let's focus on the positive. Sometimes in crypto, you need positive thinking. You don't need doom and gloom. You don't need fear. You need positive thinking. And that's the reason I stepped away from the market today and decided to just go live life, because I knew when I came back, the market was going to be right here, guys. So the last but not least, stop focusing on your phone and your computer all day, because that's what puts those bad thoughts in your head. If you know you got a good portfolio and you know in the next 3 to 6 months, your portfolio could possibly 10 to 100x, stand on business. Don't worry about all of the fear, because the dynamics of the market has not changed, right? And again, we just talked about that. So as far as we went through sentiment, technical standpoint, we talked about how we needed the total 3 to hold this gray area. It's right here. We got 2 wick candles. It's right here. We got stumped out at resistance of the last cycle high. This is the test. This is the test. If altcoins are truly as strong as we say they are, it's going to be able to hold this area here, this structure, turn it into the point of control, and hold above 80 on a stock RSI with a bounce at support here. We need that because we don't need any of these patterns, whether it be the stock RSI or the pattern alone, to turn into a head and shoulders pattern. Because if this turns into a head and shoulders pattern, this could get ugly, and this could get ugly really, really quick. So I want to make that clear. This is not the best pattern, but the hopium here is these 2 wick candles and the fact that we bounce back right in our structure area. We need to hold that structured area. The same could be said for Bitcoin here. If we look at BTC, a little bit of a stronger chart, but again, want to see BTC hold the stock RSI, want to see BTC hold and start to build some structure here above 90K. Critical levels. The Bitcoin dominance is going back up, but a lot of people are not talking about the red print that we got on our indicator. If this is a fake out, we'll see the Bitcoin dominance fake out as well. We got a red print on our indicator, so this gives us hope that this could be a possible fake out. And that's what I'm saying. People are going to lose their money in their cycle because they're going to bounce around. But we're not going to do that, right? We hold our bags. If we want to buy new crypto, we buy on the red days. There's still no trend change here on the USTD, right? On the stable coins, right? People are rushing and fearing their own bags and running into these stable coins. But at the end of the day, until we get a trend change, this could be a fake out. So there's a lot of signs that's pointing to this to be a fake out. The others chart, though, it's the most scariest chart of them all. These patterns, 50% of the time, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, 50% of the time, these patterns turn into head and shoulders patterns. You got to watch this. But the trend is your friend into the end. We haven't broken the trend. We need the others chart not to confirm bearish momentum above 80, but we do have a little peak of the blue line below 80. So this is critical for low caps. If we continue to what this tells me, right? If the sentiment continues to be what it is and we continue to go lower, we even see weakness in the stock market. And I talked about that in the last video. The low caps, the micro caps, the meme coins, this is the others chart. They will get hit the hardest. So if you in that type of shit, you about to get smacked up if this continues to go down. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it for you. But if it holds the trend, it's going to be a huge buying opportunity. And I'm telling you, if this is truly the beginning of the end, right? And Bitcoin hasn't broke the pi cycle indicator, this could be a great opportunity, even if you're not buying, for new people to come in and push this price up and squeeze this price up, right? Because what we're doing is building a solid floor and foundation if we are truly in the beginning of the end, the beginning of this parabolic phase, right? These 3 things haven't happened. Trump isn't in office. We got Trump coming in office in 30 days. We don't know what he's going to talk about. We know he's going to talk about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. What about bank self-custody? Huge catalyst. QE, guys, we still are not in QE. Remember that. That's going to play a big factor. And Bitcoin still hasn't broken the pi cycle indicator, which it has broke every cycle. If the cycle is going to be, if it's different this time, then it won't break it, right? And it'll be different this time, and that just signals that this could be the end, right? There's always a chance for anything, right? But we haven't got that yet. And every cycle here, we've broken the pi cycle indicator. We have not broken that yet. So that's the hopium. That's the hopium. If we don't even go to test it or break it, then that means this cycle, all of this is invalid. Everything that we looked at over time is invalid. So I'm gonna leave it with this. Look at everything. Don't let just things from a technical analysis standpoint be your, final, don't let that be like the end of your research. Consider sentiment. Consider, what's happening in real life. How are people in real life reacting to crypto, right? Consider a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And then consider the fundamentals. What catalysts do we have? What catalysts do we have? Are the fundamentals still set? Do we have anything that will push the price higher? And we have catalysts. At the end of the day, we still have catalysts left that could push the cryptocurrency space higher. If we didn't have any catalysts, I'd be a little bit concerned. But we have catalysts. Also, smart monies are buying. Big wallets are buying. Big brains are buying. KOLs are buying. VCs, BlackRock, they're buying while normies are worried. This has the fake out written all over it. Fake out written all over it. You seen these big buys from smart money, normies, panic selling. That's normally what happens during the fake out. Guys, let me know what y'all think about this. I know it's a little late, but I had to get this video out. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.